my favorite part about being in South China is it's such a travel hub that like you've got train stations and international airports and places to take you. If you want to go into mainland China, you've got plenty of things to do. But if you want to, the international airport in Hong Kong can take you like anywhere you want to go. You're a hop, skip, and a jump away from Japan, Thailand, Vietnam, Malaysia, like plenty of places, so you don't have to worry about that.
Working in England, I was working, unless it was a family holiday, I wouldn't be able to afford to go on holiday. I wouldn't have the time, I wouldn't have the money. Working as a teacher, I was doing 12-hour days, heaps of paperwork, heaps of meetings, you're barely seeing the kids. And yeah, you would never be able to afford to go on holiday. That's just, it's not a thing I ever had in England. Coming out to China, my first year, I was almost going on holiday every month. You've got Southeast Asia, especially in Guangzhou, you've got Southeast Asia almost like a 2-3 hour flight away, and you have the funds to back that up as well. So yeah, working out here, you definitely have a better lifestyle than I did in England. This is me personally. So yeah, I go on holidays. You have long breaks as well during like the spring festival and the summer holidays. You get almost 2 months for summer, 1 month for spring festival. So yeah, you can just hop on a plane in 2 hours time, you're in Manila, or an hour's time, you're in Thailand, and it's literally that easy to get in. You just get on a plane and disappear.
Travel is definitely one of the huge perks. You know, the cost of airfare and train fare and things like that is much lower, you know, in this region than it is going from other regions. So pretty much everybody here, you know, it's like within the first year, most people, you have tons of vacations. You have tons of week or 2 week long vacations while you're here. So people are like, oh, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pop over to Bali for 3 or 4 days. Why not? You know, people just kind of go to all these locations, and so people that have been here for 3, 4, 5 years, like a lot of them have been to 20 or 30 countries. It only takes an hour or two to travel to a lot of these places. And then even within China, you have so many huge regional differences between the provinces and things like that. You have, you could pretty much devote your entire life just to seeing China and never see all of it. So yeah, I mean, the travel is a huge perk, huge perk.
I mean, being in China gives you a lot of opportunities to travel to other Asian countries as well. And especially as an American, where you don't necessarily have a lot of travel opportunities to other countries. It's a really good experience to not only learn about Chinese culture, but to get out and explore the rest of Asia.
Okay, awesome. What's your favorite travel destinations in Southeast Asia?
I gotta say my favorite one's been either Malaysia or Myanmar, I'd say. But everywhere, I haven't been to a place I haven't liked, really. Out of all the places I've been, they've all been pretty excellent.
Okay, what was excellent about Malaysia and Myanmar?
Well, the food. Food's amazing in Malaysia. Food by far. They're all very friendly. If you're worried about not speaking the local language, Malaysia's great because they all speak English. Everyone's very polite. Malaysia's interesting because it's got like the mix of cultures. It's got lots of Indian people, lots of Chinese people, the local Malaysian ethnicities. And so Malaysia's sort of like a big mixing pot of different Asian cultures. So that's quite interesting to see how they all live together and how that like informs the broader Malaysian culture.
You can get McDonald's, KFC and Subway delivered to your door, which is just the most amazing thing. That and coffee as well. You can go, my friend got a Costa coffee delivered to her door in Beijing, and I was like, this is like the most amazing thing ever. So yeah, having delivery just 24 hours a day is absolutely perfect. I had a friend who lived just on the outskirts of the main sort of like Guangzhou area. That was quite quiet. Her buses kind of finished at about 8 o'clock in the evening. So she have to get sort of the Chinese version of Uber, Didi, back to her school, which again, it is not that much money. You're talking about £3 for something in England that costs you £30. But living in where I am, Tianhe, then yeah, you have metro that runs quite late. You have buses that run quite late. Taxis are everywhere. So yeah, that's probably it's pretty decent if you're in the city centre. However, it is that little bit more expensive when it comes to sort of apartment hunting.
If you're from the United States and you're thinking about coming to China, the average meal here is about $3 US, anywhere from $2 to $3 US, which is like insane, absolutely insane. Especially considering the average meal back home, I think, is anywhere from $8 to $12 if you're going somewhere cheap. And then the rent, for it being in the middle of the city, is much cheaper. I have, I don't know this exact square footage of my apartment, or square meterage for all of you non-Americans out there. But I pay, I think it's about $550 US equivalent per month for my apartment, and that's with the utilities included. It's got air conditioning, Wi-Fi included, water. It's very modern too, it's very new, it's very clean, and for me being one person, there's so much space, so I think the rent even is like insanely cheap compared to back home.